makes Joshua Jefferson such a good passer?
I think he just knows, like, he doesn't try to do a lot of extra stuff. He just finds the open guy, just passes it to him. I think that's the best way I can explain it. I don't know what his mind thinks, though. He's a good player.
How much has it changed your game playing with another big who has that ability?
Definitely elevated my game. He finds me early and often, so I can get going early. Usually it's like one of the first couple of plays, he'll just bounce it off to me. I'll get an easy dunk. That gets me going, gets me hyped so I can play better defense, do a lot of extra stuff.
How much extra, I guess, juice did you have for Wednesday's game? I mean, TJ talked about a situation where they missed a film session or whatever, but you came out, you're yelling into it, kind of producing right away.
I think it's just, I don't want to lose at home. I think that's something big that coach has been preaching. I saw the team last year, they didn't lose at home. I know that was a great feeling, protecting the house, so I think that's just something I'm carrying with myself as well.
How much of a sense of accountability did you kind of try and take after that situation and to be able to come out and play well after that? How much pride does that kind of give you as an individual?
I definitely beat myself up for it, so they didn't really like try to get on me too much about it. They just told me don't let that happen again, and it won't happen again. So,
Dishon, it seems like when you're in the post and you have like a teammate attacking the basket, you guys almost do like a post-up box out on your defender. Is that something that you guys are taught to do? And how much does that help add to the slashing game for you guys?
it helps a lot. It's called a Gortat screen. So basically, like when the guard kind of snakes the screen, you kind of like run into your guy and seal him just for a second so he can get the shot off. But that's something he's been doing for a long time. Shout out Gortat. He definitely expanded the game with that.
Is that something you did before, or is that something that you learned?
That's something I definitely learned from Brant here, but I think that's something they implemented as well, so they taught us all how to do that.
How would you describe the way DeMarion plays?
Man, he's just a lockdown defender. Like, he can guard pretty much every position. He can go block shots. He can steal the ball. He can get collisions on the ball. He's a versatile defender for sure.
How important or different is that to have in a lineup like Taman, another great defender, just in a completely different body type? How important is it to have that big perimeter?
I think it's important, having a lengthy defender out there just to disrupt passing lanes and to make the ball handler think twice about putting the ball in certain spots, because he will just take the ball from you. So I think it helps a lot.
How would you describe his attitude? I know there was like a month layover between games for him, but during that time, how would you describe his attitude as a teammate and in practice?
Like I said before, man, I think everybody on this team has a great attitude, great energy towards each other. I think we all told him to stay ready so he doesn't have to get ready, and you seen he was ready.
What do you guys have to be mindful of offensively with Milan out?
Just not having that extra shooter out there. Kurt, lately he's been playing out of his mind, but
That's good for two.
Kurt, Milan, he just, he provided extra, like, somebody that can space the floor so, like, the player can't just help. But I think, man, our team we're so versatile. He's going to be back, but yeah.
So you don't want to replace Milan's production from three, is that what you're saying?
You said what?
You don't want to?
Nah, Jig is doing that himself. I don't got to do none of that.
I was going to say, when Kurt was going like he was going, especially in the first half, you don't because you're playing the game, but when you look back, do you say, how did I not stop myself and say damn a couple times?
No, I did.
Okay.
I was on the ground. I was like, oh, my goodness, I can't believe it just shot that. But he does it every day, so it's not anything like abnormal.
Did that kind of feel like one of your first big moments at Hilton as a group, as an individual, of an arrival moment for you guys? Obviously, you kind of handled Marquette pretty well, but Kansas has the history, the name brand that very few programs actually.
You're saying like in Hilton?
Yeah.
I definitely think that was like at least my first moment, like to where like the crowd is like into it, telling Dickinson like eat it, like it was crazy in there. So that was definitely my first moment.
In your opinion, is there such thing as a bad shot for Curtis Jones?
I think a fading three may be his only like, all right, like, but nah, I don't think he practices every different type of shot. So nah, not really.
I was sitting there watching you go at it with Hunter, just two big dudes, hitting in the paint. What was your recovery like? Were you feeling sore, or are you feeling good?
Nah, I feel great. I think, he's a great player, man. I played against him in high school on the UIBL circuit. He's always been big. He's always had great touch. But I think if you just get physical, it'll work itself out.
Do you kind of crave those matchups where you're going to be physical and that's going to be the
I just, I like the big games. I have to take the same mindset into every game. But the big games definitely get you a little more pumped up because your matchup is going to try to come at you. He's an All-American candidate, so you got to come ready or he's going to destroy you.
You talked about him playing against you on UIBL. How fun is it to kind of continue match up with kids year after year as you guys age through?
It's fun. It's always fun, man. Just seeing guys grow and develop like you, it's always fun. I played against so many guys that are in the NBA, that are in overseas right now. Just seeing them develop and grow as well. It's it's the beat of the game.